Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Chief Pat, and today, bringing you a pair of interesting raids I had at Town Hall 11. So this video is titled Cannon versus the Grand Warden. You guys will figure out why in a second, but first of all, let's talk about the army composition that I'm using for this first raid. So I'm using 12 Earthquake spells. I wanted to test it out. This was the first time that I used them, and I actually missed a single Earthquake spell on the top left, so I wasn't able to break through one layer of wall, but that's fine. Should be able to break through that if I need to, since it is so weak up there. And let's go ahead and attack this base. This was also the second time that I used Go Wipe at Town Hall 11. I wanted to test it out, even though witches are definitely way more powerful with Go Wee Wee, but still, let's go and do it right now. All of my heroes are dropped, and my wizards are going in on the bottom right-hand side. This definitely would have been a perfect base to attack with witches, because if you look at this guy's Inferno Towers, they're both set to single target. All of the giant bombs are being deployed, that one right there, so I'm not really in any worry of my wizards being taken out, but if I had like 150 skeletons in this base, it would have been all but over. But anyways, things are still looking pretty good so far. So it looks like the Eagle Artillery is going to start shooting up, and as it starts raining down on some of my wizards, I actually decided to drop my Eternal Tome to go ahead and make most of my troops invulnerable, and that's going to work out pretty well. I'm also going to take care of those wizards in the clan castle before they do an insane amount of damage, and so far so good as those wizards take out that town hall. So we're already closing in on 50% 2 stars, which pretty much is a formality at Town Hall 11, it feels like. Also, my king just popped his ability right there as he takes out the Grand Warden on defense. And in just a second, you're going to notice my wizards are going to get in a little bit of trouble because their final line of defense right in front of them went down with that Golemite, and it looks like about 4, 5, or 6 of them are going to be taken out. So at this point, it is my Warden and my Queen on the left-hand side, as well as a Golemite, and there's a couple of wizards hiding over there on the right-hand side. So I thought I had no chance of really getting 3 stars on this raid, but luckily the Warden plus the Queen actually proves to be a pretty powerful combo, and you can see I actually activated my Queen's ability because I didn't think there was a chance of me getting 3 stars on the raid. But as I made my way through, the Warden and the Queen, they're going to start doing work. I destroyed that Archer Tower. I'm going to go ahead and destroy this Wizard Tower here. I was dropping wall breakers as well as my last Archer to try to distract some of the defenses, and as we move in on the final couple of buildings, it's going to come down to the wire. So the Warden's taking out the storage. It looks like the cannon's going to move to the Archer Queen, and as that Archer Tower goes down, only the cannon is left, and the Grand Warden's going to lose this one-on-one to decide that 3-star battle. So 2 stars, 95%. You know, I didn't really think I had a chance of getting 3 stars. That one's on me, but 95% 2 stars. Looks like the Grand Warden loses this 1v1, but let's just go ahead and go to another raid. This raid actually happened about maybe 7 minutes after that first one, and this one is against Gluteus Maximus of Empire. So I'm using witches for this army composition, and I don't even notice this Eagle Artillery on the left-hand side. Seriously, I'm an idiot. I don't even notice that artillery. I'm just hanging out, just not even paying attention to it as my troops make their way in. A giant bomb's going to take care of like 3 wizards, not a big deal. And I'm just hanging out doing this raid, and I am using witches for this one. So definitely a little bit more try-hard. I'm expecting 3 stars for this one. I still have not noticed this Eagle Artillery, and I'm just minding my own business, making my way into the base. So the Eagle Artillery is about to rain down on those golems. Jump spell is going to go so most of my troops can make their way into the core with the town hall. Looks like giants are inside of the clan castle, which are a little bit weird. I'm not complaining though. Should be easy pickings for my witch or my queen right there. And at this point, I'm just going to pop the Eternal Tome to save the mass amount of troops that are being targeted by those multi-target Inferno Towers. And finally, my king, somehow, someway, made his way outside of the base, is going to take out that Eagle Artillery. So it took way too long to take care of that Eagle Artillery. I know I counted a couple of troops that it had taken out, and that could play a factor towards the end of the raid, but we're at 55%. Queen's targeting the Town Hall right now, as well as the Grand Warden's going to go ahead and start shooting his really weird staff attack ability at it, and we're going to get our 2nd star right now. But at this point, my king still has full health. I still have a couple of witches. I still have some wizards. I still have my Grand Warden at full HP. My queen somehow, some way did survive with about like 2 HP. And seeing as my king's taking up all those defenses, the queen's going to get in a bunch of free damage right now. Like usually you wouldn't even think about that, but the fact that my queen is still alive is such a big deal because she's just getting all this free damage off that she wouldn't have gotten off if she was dead. She just took out the mortar. She's going to start shooting at this expo. Unfortunately, she will die to that expo right there. And looking at what we have left, we have the king, we have a couple of skeletons, as well as that one witch right there. And then it's going to move finally to that warden on the right-hand side who's hanging out with a couple of those skeletons there. So again, it looks like it's going to come down to the Warden. He's going to take care of that army camp. Focus on this Expo right now. Again, the Warden's going to have to take care of 2 defenses by himself. He's going to go ahead and start zapping on this Expo as he runs out of his final skeleton. And at this point, he's a little bit more healthier than the last raid, so I was pretty optimistic, and he decides to target this Dark Elixir drill, and he's still outside of the range of the cannon. So in order to have a chance, the Warden has to target the cannon after he takes care of this Dark Elixir drill, or there's no way he's going to survive. So he's going to move, start targeting the cannon on the 1v1, and at this point I had no idea what to think because he was at 60% HP. He's starting to shoot away, and as you guys can tell by the replay ending in 1 second, the Warden loses the 1v1 as I tilt the screen in anger. That was the summary of my day yesterday doing these raids. They didn't turn out too well with the cannon and the Grand Warden. If the Grand Warden had like 5 more attack damage, he would have been able to take care of both of those because of all the damage he would have been doing throughout the raid. So disappointing. And that's pretty much it for this video. No other way to put it. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.